Well, good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Fine. We're going to be doing finer after this presentation today. We want to thank Dano Brooks. I'm the proud president of Malcolm X College, and I want to thank you for being here. This is our probably about our fourth to last of our series for this spring semester for Carnock. And we're looking forward to you being here next week with an outstanding presentation by Attorney Thomas Todd. And then we have Shawnee McGill, and we also have Mary Mitchell, who is still scheduled to come. So 3 different sessions. We're very excited about this one in particular, and we're really excited because we had Jay scheduled last year, and something came up at the very last minute, almost a few days before he was scheduled to be here and present to us and the audience that's out there where we're streaming live. And he was so sorry and apologetic about not being able to come. He promised that he would come back, and he has kept his word. He's here to help to heal us. So I'm very excited, and you see I'm casually dressed because I'm hoping to sit in this chair and be the demonstration dummy, so to speak, and let him just do whatever he does to help heal, because I need healing, folks. I need healing. So let's just really open our minds up, because in Western society, we have not been taught the different methodologies that are out there to heal. We don't even know basically about nutrition, which is what we eat every day and how that can help to heal us and cure us of some of the many ills that particularly we find in the Black community: high blood pressure, diabetes, hypertension, a lot of things that we have much more of a high incidence. So with this presentation today, along with all the other methodologies out there, homeopathy, nutrition, and what have you, now we're going to get a new one. And I tell you, I was not aware of how much role the feet, the hands, and just the touch and pressure can make to the body, and how touching one part of the body does something to the internal organs that we possess. So I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to look, listen, and learn. Let's welcome Jay Khatau, and I'm assuming that's his able-bodied assistant who is here today with us. Jay, thank you for coming. Jay is a master, so we're looking to learn from you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. First, I must thank everybody to spare their precious time to come and try to heal themselves. That's the first step in life that we take if you really want to be peaceful and heal from inside out. Outside, you can do everything: makeup, lipsticks, everything. But when you are doing from inside, that's what it's all about, is health in your hands. So Jay and I am Ramila, and we will be showing you a few techniques, plus we will be showing you how to be really peaceful. This is perfect setting, and my sister started with such a positive note that it is perfect, perfect. So first of all, just to have a little bit extra peace, I would suggest everybody let the energy from the world come into us, and you'll feel the energy here when you deep breathe, okay? As if the ceiling is going to fall on us. So deep breathe and hold it tight, please. Thank you. Now on the sides, if the walls were crushing on us, so we really do that, and press and deep breathe 3 times, please. This is keeping the aura pleasant and making our whole body take in the best of the aura from around us. Everywhere around us is there something that we don't know, but we are just asking the positive powers to come into us. And that makes you really healthy. And you can do anything. We call our thing is health is in your hands. When you see your hands or your feet, everything, each and every point in your hands are related to your body parts and your organs. This is not a therapy that we just learned. It's like 5,000-year-old therapy. Comes from Eastern world, especially in Himalayas. That's the mountains of India, on the northern India. And when you learn these items, the rishis and the munis and the people over there, at that time, 5,000 years ago, they used to live like 150 years without falling sick. My father, actually I learned from my father, and he just passed away. He was 99 years old, and he was very healthy. He was in Africa. We lived in Africa. Me and Jay both are born and brought up in Africa. So he lived there with my mom, and he just passed away after 99 years. And we used to make fun of him, say, hey, hit a century. So, but when he died, he just died peacefully. He did not have any ailments. His eyes were perfect, his hearing, his teeth, and he had salt and pepper hair. We used to make fun of him because he had really more black hair. So he taught me this, and he practiced. And I used to always think, why is he doing all these things? But then he gave me a book, and he said, you learn, and you will feel the health coming into you. Instead of looking around everywhere and trying to gulp more and more vitamins, they are good. I'm not against any kind of medicines, but when you are gulping in the external things, you have to be very careful. Whereas this, God has given us inside us that can heal us from inside. Our machine, I call it a machine, it's such that you can heal from inside without taking so much of pills. And the one thing is food you take, the breath you take, all these senses are really making you from inside what you are. I don't know how many you are vegetarians, but I have never tried even eggs. And I am really a believer that if you eat less of meats and have more of vegetables and beans, but try to eat less. I never force anybody because everybody is different. So you can eat meat if you really want to, but if you eat less meat, eat more vegetables, you will feel more healthier from inside. So we'll talk about the hand first, and then Jay will show on the feet. I will show a few points on your hands, how to make yourself healthier, okay? I have a chart saying health in your hands. All these points here. In fact, today I got one client, and I can call her a patient because she was not feeling good. She had very bad sinuses, really bad, and allergies. So she came, first thing in the morning she came, she said, can I come at 8:30? I can't breathe even. So she came at 8:30. And then I asked her that, when I saw her face, you could see all the swelling here and here. And I said, are you feeling okay? You have problems with your eyes and ears, and something is not right. So she said, yes, I have bad sinuses, and because she has a dog, she has more problems with the hair and, allergies from the dog. So what we did was, all these points here, the tips of your fingers, God has really, really put electric power here that when you press it, and there is a special way of pressing, but I really want everybody to see how you feel when you press each and every point here. I worked on her hands for half an hour, and in half an hour she was really relieved, really relieved. So that's why we call it health in your hands. There are more points on each and every point that relate to your body, especially your heart and your stomach, the middle portion where the main chakra is. This is your stomach where the main chakra is, and this is the main part. When you press it, it will give your digestion a proper digestion, so you can digest properly. Do you feel something when you are? Yes. So that means you have to press really well, and we do have some gadgets that you can use to press. Everybody doing that, right? Then, in our hands, God has put a special machine which is called the thyroid machine. Now the thyroid, if you are not careful with thyroid, sometimes you get hyper, or sometimes you feel so down that you don't want to talk to anybody. Whereas these points here are for thyroid. So when you press that, it will make your glands secrete properly. And when your glands are secreting properly, you will feel much healthier. When you want to meditate, I saw 3 or 4 ladies doing the meditation before we started this. When you want to meditate, and we do this is pressing all the points. And whenever you meditate, please try to press them. When you are pressing them, you will right away feel really, really peaceful. In your nails, now on this side, we have a special exercise that I really want everybody to do it when you wake up. And when you see the nails and do this, you'll hear that little sound going krk, 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 krk. Do you hear the sound? Okay. When you do that sound, that will make your teeth perfect. If you have any problems, you'll feel, and it'll get you the glow on your face.
Wow.
Yep. And you never knew that, but now you know. And after we are done, I'm going to ask everybody to give me a promise that you will do this
Every day.
Yes. When you wake up, please do this. And you'll see the difference, everybody, men and ladies, the glow on your face, perfect. You won't need the Mary Kay's and all that, which is fine. It's nothing wrong with that, but it will give you the natural glow on your face. So please do it for just for 2 seconds, okay? I know you've been everybody doing this, but you'll get used to it. And when you just put this thumb up, okay? Don't rub the thumb. And this is just mainly for this part. And when you do this, it will really make you feel energetic on your face and your eyes, your headache, everything. That's the key. I'm showing you a few keys for your health, okay? Yes, one is that my sister is going to try everything.
How long? How long do you do?
Just for 2 minutes, yes. So that's one thing. Then, when you're standing up, because now I'm talking about the morning, when you get up on the bed, don't just get up and get out. Please, first you let the energy in, then let the sides, then your stomach. And what you do is take out the air out, and then I don't know if you can see my stomach moving. And that, you're taking out the air which is all yucky air out from your stomach because it's morning. So you are taking it out, and the muscles in your stomach will pull in, so you'll have a beautiful body. And who doesn't want a beautiful body? This is not going out to the exercise room, nothing doing, no paying. This is your own health. So let's do this for a second, okay? You can do it like 20 of these, okay? And when you are driving, if you are driving a car, please keep on doing this. And you will see the difference in your middle part, because that part is a dungeon. We try and eat anything, chips and McDonald's and sandwiches and you name it. We just gulp it. And when it comes to clean this, we don't clean it well, because I have seen myself also that it's very difficult to clean yourself inside. After the session, I will give you a recipe to clear up all your stomach and intestines, which will make you very healthier, because this is where all our problems start. When we are doing the reflexology of hands and feet, there are 2 or 3 great things that will happen to you, and that's the benefits. What are the benefits? Very first thing is it improves your circulation. When you are pressing these points in the hands and feet, it really increases and improves your circulation. If you have, like, say, diabetics, anything like that, it will make your circulation faster and better. Then the next one, maybe we can bring it here. It's okay, so everybody can see it. It increases the energy from inside when you are pressing all these points. So that's another one. If you have anxiety, that's the main one, is the anxiety and stress. Here, everybody has stress. You go out, you have stress. Traffic, stress. Go to school is stress. If you cook at home and somebody says, oh, it's not good, then it's stress. Everything has stress. You go to work, your boss says, hey, today we have to do this, and a whole slew of items that you have to do this, and you have to do that, and you have to attend these meetings. That's a stress. And how to relieve it? By relieving is by putting your own self in your hands, pressing it, and deep breathing, plus your soles of your feet. So we are going to work on these as soon as we finish these, then Jay will be working on these, okay? And it balances your body. Many times when you are walking, sometimes you feel you're not in a balance. Sometimes you do walk a little bit off too. So this balances your body. An immune system, especially in winter, many times you get sick with you can imagine everything, stuffy nose and this and that and diarrhea. But this will improve your immune system. So when you are breathing properly, you are pressing your points and having healthier body, your immune system will be really improved. This next one is a great one. Everybody gets migraines somehow. You don't even realize it that you have a headache because you are all tight and tense inside, and that's the migraine working on your health. So that relieves the migraines. Back pain. I get so many, especially ladies, I don't know why, but they always have this sciatica problems and back pain. Maybe we don't sit properly, or the chairs that we are sitting at the office, or we are working on the computers, or maybe we are sewing and doing things. But you feel this back pain from shooting pain from all the way from up till down, and then you feel, why? I get so many complaints about sciatica and the back pains, and this really relieves your back pain. This one improves mental health. You can think better. Now, I said to ladies but this one, many times, gentlemen, all my brothers love that because they can think better at the office. So this is great. Strengthen your lungs and chest tissues, because when we are doing all these reflexology points, you will have to deep breathe, because when you come to me, I'll say deep breathe. Without that, you cannot have this therapy. So when you deep breathe, the oxygen right away makes you healthier. Lots of people have nervous tensions, and we don't even know. But sometimes it shows on your face, and that relieves your nervous exhaustion. Greatest thing is sleep, because everybody complains that I can't sleep properly, or you wake up in the night 2-3 times. I tell them deep breathe, really pray, and try to just relax. And when you have this therapy, reflexology really makes you sleep wonderfully. You really drift. And I do that. My doctor, I went to the doctor, and he just checked everything and told me, how many hours do you sleep? I said, I don't know. I've never counted that. But usually at 10:30, 10:45, I'm out. So from that, and then I wake up at 6 o'clock, and he said, wow, 8 hours of sleep. I said, yeah, 7 hours, 8 hours, but that's deep sleep, and I really want everybody to have this bliss of sleep. When you do the reflexology, it will right away give you a deeper sleep, because then you don't have to eat those pills. I don't even know the names of the pills, but but those pills are really, they corrode your stomach. They corrode your whole system inside when you have these sleep pills, and I really don't. Quite a few of my relatives are in the business of pills selling. They are pharmacists, but I don't talk to them too much because they'll kill me, they'll hang me up. Last one, which is extremely important, is constipation. When we do this reflexology points, your stomach, your intestines, everything will get cleared up. And like I said, I will give you a small recipe, which is right away, it's available at some pennies in the market, fresh fruit market, and that really relieves your constipation. Jay, would you like to, he will talk on some other points.
Well, I wanted to talk so much, but she covered everything, so there doesn't have to anything for me.
No, I have a lot
we
more.
Thought that I was going to do all this talking, but you finished that one.
No, there is a lot more. This reflexology, you cannot talk in 1 hour, seriously. But once you get a taste of it, this is a taste of it. Once you get the taste of it, you'll get addicted. And that is addicted in the sense that you will want to be healthier.
Well, thank you. Well, a couple of things that she didn't mention. We used to talk about what's reflexology. What is it? What is actually reflexology? What does it do? Reflexology, what is this? It's that we're trying to circulate the blood. This is a 4,000 or 5,000 years old therapy. It was not in those days. This started from Egypt, India, and China. And Egypt is also equally involved in that one too. You can see there's some of the, in the old pictures on that one, you see that those people were doing the reflexology. And like she said, that all the rishis and the saints or the gurus in the Himalayas, they didn't have any Reeboks or Nikes anyway. They just walked on the stones and pebbles, and they lived longer life on it. So in other words, what he's doing is the pressure points on the feet, barefooted. Now, this is what is, and reflexology is what we're doing. What we do is when we do this, we try, like when I work on you, Mr. Brooks, that we'll be circulating, we're massaging it, trying to take the toxins. Now, there are three ways of it. One is the Americans, there's the toxins. The Indians will say the crystals, and the British will say energy, rock energy. So we're trying to take those rock energy and the crystals and the toxins out of your system. And how do you do it? When we are pressing it. So they are all in our medians. You know, the whole body is divided into 6. So once we do that one, if I do that on one side, you say, I feel on the other side. That's right. So it's all going on up and down. So you will feel that one. And this relieves all your tension, and it's all the ailments. And I was, as I said, we try to take care of as many ailments as I can. I don't have an answer to one ailment. We can take care of all the ailments that are in the body except one. Finance. But somebody like my brother Lee, you know, he would say, yes, you said that health is wealth. So we're healthy, we resolve that question anyway. So there's an ailment that's going to be resolved, taken care of. Right? Lee, you say that, right? The health is wealth. The body, as it's in my analogy or anybody's else's analogy, is like an automobile. We go, every automobile needs a 3,000 miles oil change, right? Yes. So you come and change the oil. How do you change? By reflexology doing it. Once you do it, and then every 3 months, or 2 months or 3,000 miles, you go and do the other change on that one. So do it, and then you reach to the 25,000 or 50,000 or 40,000 miles, you need a tune-up, right? So what you do is that you after, oil change is done initially by us, but then we tell you, says, okay, now you or your partner will do that one for you. So you change the oil change by yourself. You don't want to spend $39 or $40 on an oil change every time. Or, in other words, coming to us, we're paying $40, $50 for the reflexology. You can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. It's not that we want you to come here, but after 50, 30, 40,000 miles, then you are still messed up, or because you didn't behave yourself, you didn't eat properly, and you messed up because you drove fast and you did something, you used a wrong gas, right? Instead of using a super, you're using a maybe cheaper one by the super place, or maybe not the standard or the BP Shell, or you use a cheaper one. That's the cheaper ones. Let me go and check that one. That's the same way that you eat the food, junk food, that's where your stomach starts one problem on that. So this is what is happening. And I'll share with one thing, and with my brother there, Lee, he's a brother, he's a really family brother. He had a surgery. He went through all his problems with the intestines, right? He practically, they removed everything out of it and made him a new man. So I was doing a therapy on him 2 days ago. I said, Lee, and he didn't make any, every time we do a reflexology, when I press the points, you make a sound. I said, oh. So I tell you, we have some problem there. So I went on him in every one and didn't find a single element or any kind of pressure point that he could make a noise on that. I said, Brother Lee, your body, your whole body has been overhauled completely. There's no reason to find anything on you, because everything has been changed inside. So he didn't find anything wrong with it. So I said, okay, well, he says, that's a good analogy. I said, that's true though. So what it is that reflexology is you can do it yourself, and I said, when I do this here, I'll do the every part of it. It's a 45 minutes to an hour reflexology if it's done properly. Now, what happens is that when you do that one, you are totally at peace, completely. You are totally lost, and that's at that time I call it a meditation. That's my meditation. People say, what is meditation? Not by sitting up and doing the meditation and closing the eyes and sitting on the floor and do. No. Meditation is focusing, isn't it? You're focusing something. Once I'm doing this meditation on you, Mr. Brooks, you will be focusing on me, on your feet, what I'm doing. And I'm focusing on you. At that time, there's nothing happens because we are both concentrating on this. And at that time, we exchange the energy. The energy, I'm selfish. I take the energy out of you. And I'm giving it to you, the energy, same way. So when this is an old science. It's not a science of today, as I say, and it's not a rocket science or everyone knows about it. But today, nobody wants to do that. When they say today, everything wants to be done faster. The doctors will say, give him a pill. If he's got a pain, give him an aspirin or a Tylenol and get over with it. Ours is not that one. It takes a little longer, but we take it out from the roots. And again, what I say is that this is like an antibiotic, reflexology. You have to come 3 or 4 times. You have to get the reflexology 2 or 3 times for it. Antibiotics takes about 7 days. The antibiotics, the course is 7 days, mostly, right? They give you pills for 7 days. You have to finish the whole course. When you come to us over to the reflexology, the therapist, first time we come in, we say, okay, this is, we made a note on that, on whatever your problems are. Second one, we give you homework. You're going to work on that one. What you did that is either your partner, friend, whoever it is, he or she or him will help you out on that one. When you come for the second time, I said, did you? He said, yeah, I feel a little better. 3 times and 4 times, by that time, then you said, I'm fine, I don't want to do it anymore. That's the basic. And I have my nephew, I share with you, he had an accident about a year ago, 2 years ago. He fell in Europe, in Switzerland, and he hit himself on my head, and he was in coma, little coma, for 2 months. He came out of this one, and he's now perfect. I mean, God helped him out, and he's come out. He comes in every time. I said, first time he came in, I said, what do you do? He said, well, I feel good. Second time, I said, no, it's not the same as the first one. I said, now you're getting the therapy. You're getting like coming out of the antibiotic. So same way, it's a therapy which helps us quite a bit. Now, if there's any questions, we'll open this. I got a lot to talk about, but what we do is that we will work on Mr. Brooks here to give him and make him a different man altogether. Now, I have been getting this therapy myself, and we've been taking care of myself, hopefully, I think. And I'm 73 years old, okay? So I'm blessed, not because of but blessed by the brothers and sisters, and both are from Africa. I was born and raised in Africa, 4 generations. I call myself many times to my brothers here, I'm the true African American without the color and the hair. But I speak the languages. I speak the language of Swahili. I was a teacher, teach Swahili, and but that's me, because they say I don't like to see I-ness, I. That's the biggest ailment that I have. So having said that one, we'll have Mr. Brooks in the meantime. If there's any question whilst we are doing or any questions, please feel to ask.
Jay?
Yeah, you have a question? No. Okay. Yeah, please, sir. All right.
Did you want me to speak anything?
Yeah, in the meantime, when I'm doing it, you
no,
can...
you can't do 2 things.
Huh? Okay. All right, Mr. Brooks, take your socks off, please. before I say anything, this is my MRI machine. When I press this one here, any part of his legs or foot, he will make a sound. I said, okay, that will tell me what his illness are. And again, we are the only reflexologists, the only one we can pinpoint your ailments. The chiropractors, you have to go to a chiropractor and he says, well, I have a backache, or I have a shoulder pain, or I have a knee problem and neck problem. So he or she will fix it up. We don't have to. We will tell you what your problems are. That's the difference between this reflexologist and therapist, or the chiropractors on that one. So put your feet on this one, please. Thank you. All right. Now, I will be doing this and I will be talking at the same time. Before we do that one, normal first thing is our place. We call our center. What we do is that we do the prayers first. We pray that we give us strength and God help us so that He feels good, and that's where we start. Now, Mr. Brooks, these legs, they belong to me for 15 or 20 minutes. They are mine.
Yes, sir.
You mind it?
No, I don't mind.
At all?
At all.
Okay. All right, so why don't you put this one up here? We will do the sort of sampling. You cannot do the whole therapy because it will take such a long time. So I want you to see what it is. If you want to come further here, you can most welcome to come around and see. Okay?
It's going live on the net, so we got to.
Oh, because of the pictures.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's taking
Can
the.
people come around this?
Yeah.
On this side.
Then if you're not able to see it, this is important. Every step that we do, that has a strategy, has a meaning behind it. Okay. Now, what I'm doing first is I'm warming up this one here. Then we use the cream, whatever. Some are picky about their own cream. Now I know some of my sisters, they will feel so jealous about it. So, oh, I wish I could do that when I wait. Emma, you especially, I can see that. Every time I do the bed, oh, why not me? Why him?
I can. Yes, yes, that's what I wanted to.
Now I'm pressing this one with my thumbs here, going around. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Now you go to sleep, my brother.
Just might.
What he's doing is he's pressing from here all the way so that all the organs involved here are pressed. Then he's doing from here down.
Now, this therapy again is a combination of 3 countries. One is India, Thailand, and Africa. Now, we are the only one that they do 3 in 1. People here, with American reflexology, mine is we are doing because we learned, we got trained and certified in India through the Thai guru. The Thai master came in and taught us this. So nobody uses this one. You will not see anywhere. If you might have somebody gotten some reflexology, say, yeah, but they didn't use this stick. And our sisters mostly says, well, yeah, this pedicure, manicure lady, women, they say, well, I do the reflexology. I said, no, you're not doing the reflexology, because they use the word reflexology so that they can get more money out of you. Okay, so trying to get all this. If there's, if there's any knots and notches in there, I'll feel it here. So that I would feel it, and I said, okay, here we go. We got something here. He says, no, nothing. you know.
No, the one that he is doing here is for your spine. See, this is shaped like a spine. So he is trying to get this in order. And then again, he is doing all the ends,
The sinuses.
and those are for sinuses. And here is your brain. So he will be pressing here for good thoughts.
I'm going to go through this thyroid here with this one here on the side.
That's the thyroid. Very important gland in our body, and when it doesn't secrete properly, we have all these different problems. So it's very important that we do the thyroid.
Looks like Mr. Brooks has no ailments at all. He's clean.
You do a lot of exercise,
Not as much as I should,
but you walk.
I walk a lot.
That's the thing. When you walk.
So I'm going through each and every, because when I'm doing what we call a zigzag, I'm going through each and every part of his organs. All organs are being taken care of. So if there's anything, trying to take the toxins out or any crystals out of the system, so that he feels that that's not there anymore. And normally what we say, any time that comes in, who comes to our place for the reflexology or therapy, we say that bring your partner or somebody so that he or she can see it, and then they can help you out on that one too. It's not just by yourself, because now if you see it, then you say, okay, well, I saw it. I said, you do the things what he wants to do. If you find an ailment at all, it says you press it and then get this one out of the system. That's what it is.
We are going to start some classes on reflexology, hopefully by June or July. And people who are interested, we can either do it here or at my place, because I already...
We will talk to Mr. Brooks and...
Yeah, we will talk to you guys,
Yes,
and then let's see if we can conduct some classes here, or I know we live in the Oak Brook area, it's far, but... Looks like everybody is interested. I'm so glad, because everybody's interested in becoming healthy, and it's perfect. And then you can always do on your friends and make them healthy. So it's like a whole cycle. It's not doesn't stop with you. You go further. And I always tell mothers that please teach your children these things. I have a grandson, and I have been talking to him about these points.
4 years old.
He's 4 years old. And every time I take him to school, I tell him what to press, and he does it. So now, whenever he comes to my home, he gets it, because these chairs are just make-believe chairs from here, but we have a special chair for the reflexology and a special stool for that. He comes and lies nicely and says, Daddy, means grandma, Daddy, can you do the reflexology in me? And because he wants to sleep at 2 o'clock, in the afternoon. So when I do it, he really feels really relaxed. And he really goes to sleep. And after like 15, 20 minutes, he wakes up and says, okay, grandma, it's your turn now. And he starts doing that. He has learned. And it's excellent thing to teach our children. It's not, don't stop just with you, because for myself, I think at 67, I want my children and their kids to learn this therapy. It's in the, it's great for your society. It's excellent for healthy society. Yes.
The points of the body that you work on in the feet, does the hand also have correlating spots
Yes.
for the same organs?
Yes, very much so.
Very much
Yes.
so.
And when you see it, when you compare the charts,
Yeah.
it's
Hand and foot.
when you come to my place and have a therapy done, I do give you one of the charts, and you can see it, how everything is related, feet and hands, the palms.
All these parts on the body and on the feet, they are all related, and you can see every one of them that I'm massaging it. So trying to clear it somehow, so that you feel so relaxed on that. And put the pressure as much as you can. And if the pressure is for some ladies, they cannot take much pressure. So I say, oh, that's too much. So you say, well, deep tissue. People, they say deep tissue. Deep tissue is not a good thing to do. You know, people, they think that deep tissue is good, but it's harmful. It's easy because you feel good at that time, but then you are hurting yourself inside. So many times deep tissue, it says, deep tissue is not the right thing.
What area, what organs are you working on
Well,
now?
this one is your testicles.
Okay.
You asked. You asked.
All right, you're done now. That's it. You go now. That's it. Jesus help me.
That was remarkable.
That's the prostate. Prostate.
Yeah. Wow.
And actually, it's for gentlemen. So many people get prostate cancer,
Yeah.
and this is very important point to get a real, personal massages, and that's excellent reflexology for avoiding cancer.
Can you tell if something is going on?
Not yet. This is
He
the one
didn't.
now. I will tell you now. This is my MRI machine now that I'm using at this thing, okay? So I'm going to press the points. There are about 26 points in this, all the body on that
All
one
the
here.
different points here.
And you will tell me if it hurts you, okay? Now, many a times one foot, the other foot sometimes it does. But I know the solar plexus will definitely will.
How do you know how much pressure to it?
Yeah.
Now here, see that one here? What is it here? The 25th?
Yeah.
What does it say? The kidneys.
The waistline and the kidneys.
Yeah.
Waistline, yeah.
Yes,
Too
here.
fat. I'm looking too fat.
You have to take
No,
care
no.
of this.
Yeah.
Please, you'll have to take care of
See,
this.
this is what now. So what you do is that you massage it, that one here.
Deep massage. So
You
he
massage-
will
you
work
massage.
on
so
that.
that's what your homework. What I tell everybody that you do.
We'll show you one or two exercises for this part.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
when you do that, it helps you a lot, immensely.
Now, this is the best part of it. Okay.
Now, you don't have to do both feet. You say
No.
one foot might be more.
Well, the other foot sometimes, they're like
hurts
on
more.
the one foot is the heart is on left side, so there will be a heart on one side, and the liver will be on, not the bladder and all that. So the parts are, the organs are divided into that one too.
So I get both feet then.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay,
You have to.
okay.
You can't do half. So he's
Just raise
happy.
your foot.
He
Just
gets
raise your
one
foot.
free.
Raise your foot. Raise your foot.
Yes.
Okay, now here's the knees. See, when you do this one here,
Most of the time, people really get hurt in the knees because they give way, and when you walk all the time, it's a lot of weight on your knees. So it's excellent to have that reflexology done on the knees, underneath, and your feet.
Absolutely.
Now I'm
That
going
A lot of
goes-
knee replacements these days.
oh yeah,
yes.
that's one thing that the doctors are right away waiting for the $100,000, $50,000, or $60,000 waiting for that. Yes, you have to redo the replace. You don't have to. It's unless it is really necessary.
Jay had like 15, 16 years ago, really trouble in his knees. And we went to Chinese doctor, somebody suggested us, please go to this is excellent doctor. So we did go, and he looked at us and he said to Jay, you have to get it operated.
Orthoscopic, what do you call it, the metal things they put it in?
Yeah.
Some name on it. I said, no way. I said,
And then we know one person who used to do the reflexology. So we asked him, and he said, Jay, can you give me just 10 days before you go to the doctor and get your feet cut off or whatever he is going to do? So for 10 days, he really worked on Jay. You won't believe it. I thought, doctor told me that, oh, come again, and we'll look at your knees and your feet, and then we'll tell you when you can have it. And he said, you have to do it right away. And I said, how many days will he have to be in pain after the surgery? What do I expect after the surgery? And he said, oh, no problem. In 1 week, he'll be walking. In his surgery, in the guest room, people came on crutches, and I started talking to them. And I said, how many days are you in these crutches? And somebody told me 3 months, somebody told me 2 months. And usually, even right now, if you ask somebody after the surgery, usually it's like 6 to 8 weeks or a little more, not less. But his thing, this gentleman was great, and he really believed in God, and he said, please, Ramila, let me work on him. I said, sure. So we used to go to him just 15, 20 minutes. He worked on the knees. And from that day onward, 15 years now, Jay has never complained about the knee pain. So I thought, if we had insurance, so that wasn't the problem. They would have gone like $50,000 because that's surgery. But now he has never had any complaints on the feet and the knees. So you can ask Bhagwan. We have been walking. How many years we don't know each other? A long time.
You see, every step, the strategy we do has a reason behind it, and it helps you in many ways. Now, if many times we have a problem with eyes, if I do this and it says this is the tender, you will find. We don't say problem. We say imbalance. Because when you say problems, oh, well, yeah, I have a problem. The word problem is a very dangerous word, very bad word. Nobody wants to like to use the word problem. Right. Say imbalance on that. Much easier that way to do that. Now, some others say, well, I'm so ticklish, I can. I said, no, you will be ticklish for a while, but then you'll be all right, just within no time. Last week, we had a body, mind, and spirit show in Midwest Convention Center on North Lake, and we had a booth there. And I was doing the reflexology. I did 28 in 1 day. I started at 10 o'clock, and just like a Duracell battery, we kept going and going and going. Just wash hands and come back and wash, and 28 in 1 day from 10 o'clock. And guess what? I was not tired at all. I wasn't exhausted at all. You know why? Because I was getting the energy, and the person that went out of that one after that one, he felt good about it, and I felt good about that one. So there's inside, that's the third the theory of Bhagwan has. He says the same thing on your last speech. You said that if you are good inside, it comes out on you. That's you are rejuvenating yourself. You don't need anything else. And I very jokingly in my weird jokes, I say that every 10 people I do, I get 1 year younger.
So instead of 73, he's inverted, 37.
We can get away with our jokes because we have an accent. We are foreigners, so we can get with it anything and anything. All right, so we're going to check on this one here now. All these points on the head, the sinus, the brain. Your brain is all right. You don't have any problem with the neck either. Here, that's your neck, your sinuses. Especially men are somewhere, they're strong enough to hold this. they have very few ailments on, but the ladies are the one, has because of their own other issues and challenges.
Most of the ladies are mothers, and that takes a lot of toll on the body and the mind and spirit, and the men also take a lot out of the ladies too. Right? Everybody will say, hey, yes.
That's right.
Well, I'm experienced in that. By the way, when I said I'm experienced in that, I have lived with Jay 50 years this year. 50. So I know how it feels.
But as I said again, the therapy has this therapy, when we give it, is totally quiet. There's no noise, no nothing, no music, nothing at all. There's no sound. Here, when you're doing it, there's sound, noise coming in, so your mind is not concentrated on that. But this is a sampling, so you're getting the best, time for this one here. Okay, again the same thing. And when you do this one, because how many times your feet have been touched and have been massaged? Yeah. Anyone, have you ever thought about that one? Never, ever, nobody touches. You can probably touch your feet, back, head, or something, but nobody touches the feet.
That's right.
Feet are the only one that's always been ignored and never been touched. And when you touch that one, now look at this. She's a little jealous about this one.
In Indian philosophy,
You have a question? Go ahead.
Honestly, I was in an almost fatal car accident and I almost lost both of my legs. Now my left leg, I was able to go there.
Yeah.
They was able to, sever my leg and everything. So they did not sever my leg. But I still have, in other words, how would that work for me? Because I do have a rod in my leg. And so I'm just trying to figure out how would that help. Because sometimes there is a little discomfort. And I know that here where the rod is from here down, sometimes I'll stand up and it'll pop in between that joint. So I'm just trying to figure out how that works.
it will help you a lot. The rod is there, so we can't remove it or cannot do anything about the rod. But if the blood in your the organs the muscles that are around it and ligaments that are around the rod, you have to keep them really healthy. Actually, you have to keep healthier than before because you have a alien point in there. So it's a foreign body in your legs. So if you get it done, you will feel much better. I would suggest try once because
Right here where the calf is, sometimes it squeeze in this part, it feels different from here because my leg was ripped off.
You feel during the winter time, cold, is it hurt you at all? You feel it?
Actually, no.
No.
I don't have any, in the wintertime with the cold or if it rains and change the weather, it's no discomfort like that, but it's because of the way the leg was ripped off and placed back. Like here, this is like skin from other parts of my body. It's a skin graft. So this is more tender in here than it would be on my own.
Well, the only thing is there's no, keep yourself healthy in food-wise and not making, getting overweight or that one. And that's what, you're overweight? So that's the only thing that you can do. Now, thing has been done, you cannot do anything at all. You have to live with it. It's just like a chronic, that you have something that you have to live with it. But
My question was, would it affect it in a bad way?
no,
No.
it's reflexology never affects you in the negative way. It's always positive. So if you have one reflexology session, you will know right away yourself that how you felt.
okay, so this is basically what it is. They normally take 45 minutes with this one, and then we do the back, head, and the hands as well. I'll show you quickly on the hands. This one is just the feet. We're finished now.
No, Jay, you're not done with the feet. I want to show how these things work on your before we do any of the, at our office, what we have is on the floor and a towel, and then you press your feet on this.
Pressure points.
These are all the pressure points are rejuvenated with this instrument. That takes half of your problems away. And this one is magnetic pressure points. Jay, can you show them how? So
here?
this is how we do it.
But this
Yes,
would be
go
more of
down. Yes.
Towards where I have it.
Excuse me, you said that's magnetic?
Yes.
Oh, so it's magnets in there?
Yes, so there are magnets in here. There's another therapy called magnetic.
Magnetic therapy.
This modalities are so many. Magnetic therapy, Reiki, all those therapies are so many of them. And this is magnetic therapy, which helps in the knees or problems, because magnet works on the blood circulation. The red corpuscles and white corpuscles. Because now, the nurses, those who are into this field, they will know more about it. See, they're like, this one is sitting here, and then what you do is, when you're like this one here, you're sitting on that one.
Because you are done with your feet massage anyway. So what you do is put the feet on each side. Now, especially this when you're working in the office and you don't have time to really go exercise or walking, you'll feel really rejuvenated from your bottom, and your feet will not swell. Many times when you're sitting in one place, they get swelling. So this is a great way of rejuvenating your feet, especially the sole. All right? You feel good, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And the same thing, you yourself, health is in your hand now. So you do that. Yep. Yes.
Just roll it out.
With your hand. Right. So you are doing double. You are getting one free massage in your hand. Right. Do it on this side too. We want, yes. But this is a great instrument. It's a little thing, but it's a great investment for your health. When you do that, you'll really ask him how he feels.
Just make sure the ladies don't use it on your husbands, Because if you get upset, Now, I'll do the same thing we did. We do on the hands as well.
Okay, for the hands, I have a magic ring. It's a little thing, very little thing, but what it does is, Jay, you want to show him?
Yeah. This little is a metal, steel metal, and what this is a massager. So what you do is you put on your thumb. These are our 2 feet, and these are 2 our arms. So and this is our head. This is how it works out. And this little thing here, the wire metal, it's a steel metal, and it's not brass though. It's just colored on there. And then when you rub it on yourself.
Go up, down.
Up and down, up and down.
Right. You will feel the tingling inside because it's doing the exercising. It's making your blood flow properly.
And
Then
especially
you do
when
it
you
on
have
this
a
now.
migraine or anything, that's just to do it gradually, you will feel good. I mean, there are so many other things. Also, the psychology plays a very important role on life anyway.
Did you bring this stuff to sell?
Yes.
So you
I
have
have a few things because somebody else
We want to
wanted a
show it to
mala,
you.
so they got the mala. But I thought
You do
it
this on each
is,
finger?
yes.
Yes, they do it all the fingers, all the.
You won't
and when
believe
you're
it.
sitting down and watching the television or something, just keep on doing it.
Especially for children too. And sometimes they cannot sit peacefully because they are inside, it's like racing inside, the blood. So when they do this, they'll feel really peaceful. And that's the greatest thing, that invention of the past. It's a long, old invention. Nobody has just made it. This is very old item that has been used in Himalayas. And he will tell you how he feels.
It's very relaxing.
Yes, it's very relaxing. That's one thing which is very...
Yes.
I noticed that you use lotion. Can you use oil?
Well, some people, they use oil. Yes, oil is being recommended. We're so used to the oil, sometimes it's the reason we don't use
It's too sticky.
too sticky and also
Slippery.
slippery. When you go back, if you sleep, we don't want to do that. Now, if you can do it in your home,
Can do it
that'd
on
be
both.
fine.
Yes,
Oil,
please.
but we don't. We prefer
And you
to
can use it for toes
the
if you
lotion.
want, but
Now,
when
some
you're doing
people,
this,
they bring
you
their
have to
own
do oil.
lotion. He says, I want to get my own lotion. So this is good enough. We just buy the lotion, whatever is available there. But this is, yes, oil is very good. Actually, the castor oil, if you can do the almond oil, that has got very good,
Or shea
features.
butter. We
The
use
shea
a lot
butter.
of shea. I do
Shea
use that shea butter because some people insist. But oil, we are kind of afraid because of the slipperiness of the oil.
So this is what, now the same thing with the, when nobody gets to done with the hands as well. You cannot do it yourself. And my energy or my heat, that's also heat is the one that you are giving it to him. You see, when I touch it here, so my hands, you see my hands are turning all red into that one. So it's all the energy that I'm putting in here. See, and now, and when you try to do it yourself, you can't do it unless somebody does it, touches it. Now this one here, we take it here, stretch it, put your hands behind.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, felt good, right? Okay.
Now you do the,
I will show a few points which are really important for headaches, migraines, and we do head massages called Indian Ayurvedic head massages. And that is for part of your head and your migraines, or if you have problems, you will become really smart scientist or whatever you want to become, okay? We open the chakras. So that's what I'm doing right now. Nobody knows that our ears have so many points that are for relaxation. And when we press these points, you become really energetic and really your brain is rejuvenated. For children, especially in India, whenever they do mischief or something in the classroom, the teachers, they make them do this, hold them tight, and do 20 of these. And after that, the child becomes peaceful and he can be more attentive in the class. And that's, I suggest to every teacher that today in the morning I had this teacher with headache and all that, so I taught her that. And she said, Ramila, I'm going to use this in my class tomorrow, on Monday. And I said, perfect. So that is, these points, each point is related to the body part too. Here, that's where our joints are, and they usually hurt. If you do, they hurt because our stomach has gas. Many times, this one hurts because our stomach has, a lot of gases. So. All right.
you want to do
He
this
went
one
to
here?
sleep.
You want to do this one here?
Yes.
These are the-
This you may have seen sometimes. The machine that it really, really, really rejuvenates your whole, each and every cell on your head. This is excellent. I would suggest everybody try. Feel good? Oh, he's in a trance.
Let me give a head massage. What with the head massage? What we call the champi in Indian, called the champi. Okay. You need a haircut, young man. All right, brother. You feeling
Wake up.
okay?
You want more, right?
More.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me your body.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. You're a good patient. If there's any question or anything that we can go on about this all the time.
All that? Is that one big package or is it separate therapies or what?
The head is a separate therapy. Head massage is separate therapy. But your hands and feet, we do it in one session, and that's about 50 minutes when we do it perfectly, the whole session, and that is around $50. So.
We'll add also what we do is that we do the psychology as well. When they walk in, first they become the clients, and the second time they become the patient because they know, because we don't know what we say. So psychology is also there because they want to talk about their own life. We are just like the hair salon. When you go, the women, they want to talk about, oh, my grandmother did this, and my father did this, and my daughter is run away, and my son is into jail, and all those kind of things. So we here say, okay. So we do a little bit of psychology as well. We just offer that one too. That's a part of it. This thing is the main thing. So once you have to get this thing out of your system, that toxin is taken out somehow, right? So somebody has to take listen to that. So we are the garbage cans. So we take that one.